Hello, Diane DeWald with CreativeCatCrafts.com. Welcome back to the channel. And you've probably, if you're familiar with Gina K designs, you've probably seen everybody across the internet and YouTube and Facebook demonstrating the Sweet Celebrations kit that was released in April. By the way, the next Gina K Designs release is June 2nd, Tuesday evening. So let's get into this. I've unboxed this. So this is just an empty box, and this is just my personal storage solution. Your storage, the solution that works for you is unique to you. Everybody works differently. I've had some questions recently as to some of the storage pockets that I use, so I just thought I'd go ahead and quickly go through and show you exactly what I do. So this is the flyer that comes in the kit, and if it doesn't have a flyer, skip this part, and you don't have to. I just like to, I make a copy of this on 8.5 by 11, and then I cut it in half because I break my kits up. So when I do that, I like to slide a kit pamphlet inside. So for example, where are my current ones? The pieces that I've already got done is the picture perfect frames, and I break it out, and you see right here I slide a photocopy of that pamphlet in, and I have magnetic boards, and I label these, and I'm going to go through specifically exactly what I do. And I'm sorry for that glare. Plastic pockets, you get a glare. And this is the picture perfect greetings, the dies and the stamps, and then this is the sweet celebration dies, all the cupcakes and cake. And the pieces that I don't have done yet, which I'm going to show you how I store these, is the Fancy Dogwood Blooms, the 3D embossing folder. It's got the dies inside the packet, and then the art stencils, and then this is the birthday sprinkles, the stamp and die set. So I'm going to move you out just a little bit. I just feel like you're like really close. Oops, wrong way. Okay. And you don't need to see the glare from my lights. So let me show you what exactly I use, where I get it from, and I'll have this all linked down below. So and I think it'll be easier, let me grab some cardstock. I think it'll show up better with craft versus white. So let me just pull this out of my stash over here. I think that's a little better. So these storage pockets are from Stamp and Storage, and I have used these for years, and I like the landscape. This is the Slimline Landscape because the tab is on the side of the pocket. If this was the portrait, it would be like this, and this tab would be here at the top. So these are 9.5 by 7 inches. And like I said, I like the landscape so that the tabs are along the side, because all of my storage bins are like this. I have a couple dozen, well, not a couple dozen. I probably have, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, almost 18 storage pockets. And I do need to do a purge. I'll pull that down so that you see all the different tabs and everything is sorted. And I sort all of this alphabetically. I use Color, what's the name of the app? I should have, don't need to see that. Color My Life. I use the Color My Life app and tag everything so that when I have an idea, I just go ahead and open the app, pull the products based on my search criteria, and easy peasy in my world. So, storage pocket. I store everything in the slimline 9.5 by 7. I do have some of the, and I can't remember the size of these, but these are the smaller. And what I do is I store my art stencils inside of this when I've got a bundle, and then I put it all together. Then stamp and storage also, and believe it or not, this is Neenah K Lite magnetic boards. Stamp and Storage has them. They have it listed as an overstock, but I have been buying these for at least 6 months, so it's a very long overstock. But I just picked those up as well. So let's go ahead and for these, I'm going to go ahead and open this folder because I want to see the size of the dies. And I don't necessarily throw this away, but I repurpose this for something else. I don't keep the plastic, but I definitely keep this because it's got the instructions if you're using the intracut. And then these dies are taped, and I'm just going to pull this tape off. I'm not going to separate them. You can cut them apart. You can leave them together. I am leaving them together. So this would be a wasted magnet if I used 2 of these, one for each set of dies. So I usually take, when I have smaller sets of dies, I take one of these magnetic boards and I cut it apart. Be very careful. I'm using a box cutter. And my ruler, this is a Creative Impressions, and on one side, and you probably can't see it, there is a metal edge to it. So I know, I've got some ink on that, I got to clean it up. So I know I can run my blade along the side with the metal. Just don't slip and cut yourself. If you're not comfortable doing this, grab some really heavy duty scissors and cut them apart. I have been doing this for years because I do this with cutting a magnetic sheet, but I cut chipboard and have cut chipboard for years for my interactive scrapbooks. Now I have not made interactive scrapbooks for a while, and I'm just holding the magnet and the ruler in place, and I'm gently and slowly pulling this box cutter along that line. And each cut, I'm going deeper through the magnet. And there we go. Perfectly cut in half. But I will also have that ruler. Yep, I've got it on my list to make sure, close that up, that I have that link down below. So let's go ahead and clear this out of the way. And I've already taken this. Then I've got my art stencils. Repurpose that plastic, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't wait to use this one. I've been seeing the stunning pieces that people have been making with this. And this just slides Come on, just slides into the pocket, just like that. And then the whole thing is going to go in here. But before I do that, I have this little, what is this? This is a P-Touch cube. And I label. It's got a cartridge, and this is 12mm or 0.47 inch tape. And it's black print on white. There's multiple types. I have 1/4 inch as well, but I have already printed my label. So I'm going to go ahead and get the label put on this. And there we are. And then I just put all of this together. Oh, I put that label on the wrong side. So I'm going to redo that. So I like to have, so when I'm looking at it, I open from the back. So let me go ahead and put this back down. And the labels, they really stay on until you want to take them off. And then you just saw it was an easy peel. And oops, need to make sure these dies get in there. So that is the Fancy Dogwood Blooms. And then this other half, I'm going to go ahead and pull these dies off. This is the Birthday Sprinkles. And there's a piece of tape right here. I just peel up one end and pull that off. And then here's the stamp set. And it goes just like that. And I'm going to make sure I get this on the correct side. And we're going to use this stamp set with the card we're going to do. It's going to be a fast and easy card. And let me get all these out of the way. Oh, that's tape from the dies. Did not want to leave my finger. And this just slides right in just like that. So there I've got everything from my kit. Oops, there it is. Already in storage pockets. And when I order, I go ahead and enter it in the Color My Life, so that when it all arrives, I have all these labels printed, everything, all the pockets are ready to go, so I can open the box and throw them in. This I waited because, like I said, I've had some questions. And then the last piece for my master layouts. Some of the master layouts I have on a large magnetic board on my wall, and I'm going to have to show you that someday. Like my master layout 1, I use all the time, but then this master layout 6, all the dies are in my pocket. And this is something I picked up from Amazon, and it's got a Velcro closure. And when I go and create my master layout pocket, yes, I could use the stamp and storage, but I don't want the tabs at the top because Gina makes these wonderful inserts that I print, shrink down, and laminate and slide inside. And then so I just take one of these pockets and I cut the tab off the top and slide everything in just like that. So I'll have all those items linked below. Let me clear all this up and we'll get started on a card. Okay, let's go ahead and show you the pieces and parts. So like I said, we're going to use the Birthday Sprinkles, And you saw Master Layout 1 and Master Layout 6. We're going to use the smaller of the rectangles out of Master Layout 1. And let me see. Yep, there you go. So even though it's got Master Layout 2 right there, it's that middle line, the 3 3/4 by 5. That's going to be our inside panel, and I've already got that cut out of Neenah Classic Crest Solar White, 80 pound. And from Master Layout 6, we're going to use this curved die for something creative. And I want this thank you from Spring Things, and that's the only thing we're going to use out of there. And Inside Edition, I really, really like the birthday sentiments here. Oh, birthday. This is a thank you card. We're not using this at all. So let me just slide this away. I was thinking I was making a birthday card, so I pulled that out. Never mind. And for inks, we are going to use Stormy Sky in the navy, Blue Sky, and Warm Cocoa, I believe. So hang tight. Then I have an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. We're going to cut here in just a moment. This is Blue Sky. And also another panel of the Neenah Classic Crest Solar White. It's 4 1/4 by 5.5, and we're going to do some fun stamping on this. So let me grab a trimmer, and I haven't used my slide trimmer in a while. We're going to make a tent card. Not something I normally do. So let's go ahead and cut this at 4 1/4 lengthwise. And let me grab a scoreboard. I think I can use this one. This is Gina's. And my Stampin' Up! Scoring tool that I've had forever and ever. And I want to score this at 5.5. Whoops. That's okay. It's on the, nope, it's on the outside. So we'll just make sure that that's the back of the panel. Yeah, I drug that across there. That's okay. It'll be on the back, so yeah, no, it'll be back. So I'll just make sure that that stays that way. And boy, that just did not score well. So I'm going to cut off just a smidge the bottom of this card. Different scoreboards do different things. So I'm just going to cut a very small piece off of the bottom. And I need to get my nail file. That blade on that trimmer, I need to replace it. So I have some fuzzy edges here, which I am just trimming down. And then this, I definitely need to replace that trimmer blade. Okay, so that's the fun part. Let me just make sure this is going to line up. Is that going to go over? Nope, that's good. That is good. So let me grab my die cutting machine. We're going to go ahead and grab that die out. And this is the fun part. Die cutting. Well used. And I want this up here at the top, kind of like this. And I don't know if you can hear Sylvie, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I'll be right back with it. Yeah, you can, I didn't pause, so you can still hear me. And this is how it's going to go on the card. I think that's kind of fun. Very cute. Okay, let's get some stamps out. Let's get stamping. I am going to pause you. I'll get this next step set up. Okay, so I have pulled, let me get the backer here. I have pulled this stamp. I'm using acrylic blocks for this. There's a little star, a little dot, a little confetti swirly, and a little confetti block. So those are already on acrylic blocks, and we're going to do, this is the Stormy Sky, and this guy, this pinwheel, I'm going to call it a pinwheel. I've already cleaned these. Yep. Okay. We're going to hope for the best here. Oh, perfect. This is really going well. And it's just straight up, straight down. And when I'm doing that, here, let me show you. So because this is off the side, I think you can kind of see there's a little bit of leftover ink there. Before I ink it up and try to stamp it, I just take the acrylic block and wipe that off. We'll do one more down here. We'll do one right there. I like that. Turn this. I'm just going to get just a little bit right there. And we're going to call that done for that. So let me clean that stamp off. And actually, since I already cleaned it off, we're going to do something fun on the inside. There. Okay, now we're done with that stamp. This is the fun part. I think it's fun. So I'm going to get, I'm going to go get my cubes. Hang on. Okay, so I have my ink cubes. I can do In the Navy. I can do Blue Sky and Warm Cocoa. And I'm going to take my dot first. And I'm just randomly, whoops, I think I did the wrong color. Randomly taking that dot. And there's a dot on the end. And I'm just randomly putting a navy blue dot. Sorry if my head gets in the way. Oops, I got this guy over here. There, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to clean this stamp. Whoops. He just came right off of that. So let's clean that stamp up. Yeah, he's just coming right off that acrylic block. Okay, so I'm done with the In the Navy on that for now. So let's do warm cocoa. Let's get a contrast. These are really dark colors. This is going to be a thank you for a masculine thank you, if that's even a thing. And I'm not necessarily going to do every dot on this pinwheel circle thing, but I'm going to do most of them. Let's do another one right up here. Oh, I'm going to get another one down here. Okay. Clean that off. And let's do the blue sky. This may be too light. I don't know. It kind of is. So, change of plans. Let me go get my, not the blue sky. Let's get powder blue. I think that'll be fine. See if we can redo those. Yes, that's better. Hopefully, I don't have an issue with the blue sky and the powder blue card base. Don't think I will. That's kind of looking fun. So go ahead and clean that off. And let's do some stars. Just random stars around. Fill in some of this white space. And clean that off. Let's get some warm cocoa in there. Whoops. I kind of bobbled there. That's okay. It's okay. So let's do this little confetti square thing. There. There. Took care of that. And then let's do from the powder blue, let's do this little swirly confetti thing. Okay. And, you know, I didn't do anything over here on this one, so we're just... Okay. Sorry, that was, I don't know if my microphone picked that up or not. I threw that lid down. Didn't mean to. Okay, and then warm cocoa. And then we'll call that stamping done. One more. Okay, we are done with blocks. The only thing we have left then is this. And I am going to use some minty tape. Rip that in half because I want it to peel up, but I want to know where that curve is at. And let me grab a Misti. So I'm going to tuck this down here in the corner of my Misti and get my spring things. I want that thank you. Whoops, I had it upside down. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick it up. And I want to curve it just a little. And let's see what happens. Oh, too much. I was thinking circle instead of gentle curve. Still too much, especially on over here. Still too much over here. Need to get that's a no. This is harder than I thought it would be. It's been a while since I've done a curvature stamp. Here. Nope. You just got to keep working it till you get it how you want it. Oh, perfect. This is going to be gorgeous. So I'm going to use the Stormy Sky because it's dark enough. This has got a green tinge to it, you know. One more. I guess it does have a green undertone to it. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So let me clean this up. We can elevate that panel, stick it on, and I need some foam squares. Got Gina's large foam squares here. So I'm going to gently peel this minty tape up. And let's get a bunch of foam squares on this. Be generous. And I get a couple here in the middle to get that some support. Okay. This is the hard part. Let me go ahead and pull all of these backers off. I appreciate you sticking with me, and I should have said it at the beginning, and I'll say it to remind myself when I'm editing. I need a timestamp. Okay, so there we go. That is perfect. And then some glue for in the middle. I like that. And I don't know what I'm going to do about bling. Oop. Upper right, lower left, and you'll always get this straight. Isn't that fun? That actually, it took me a while, but that was very cool. So I'm going to pause you. I'm going to grab some bling. I'll be right back. Well, I found some fun things. So there's this ocean side that kind of, it's got some, yeah, I don't think so, but I found these. This is fun. These are, I think they're bright white sequins from Cartwright Sequins and Beads. I think these are going to be fun. So let's go ahead and give this a try. I am completely winging this one. And I am using Gina's matte glue because it's going to moosh out and it's not going to look like a star until it dries. So I will take some photos of this. Oh, come on. Oh, this is not going to, does not want to stick there. So I'll take some photos so that you can see this once it's done. And let me pause you and I'll see if I can get this to dry. Well, look at that. It did. Now I did remove one of those and I'm hoping that glue, once it's completely dry, that little area disappears. There you go. I think this is a fun thank you card with the spring, oh it is, oh no, Sweet Celebrations, the birthday sprinkles. I just love this. I'll have everything linked below, and if you've stuck around, I'm hoping that I remember to put a timestamp so that you can skip the storage organization piece of it and come straight to the card. Thanks a lot for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, happy stamping.